Sourdough. Ever made sourdough in a day and a half? That's what I'm doing in this video. Maybe it'll help you. Maybe you'll like it. I'm Chef D.Mart. Let's go with the sourdough. The SourHouse. I use this to get my sourness going. I discard the top, I add more into it. 1/4 of a cup at a time is what I recommend. Equal parts flour to water. And I will tell you, this thing produces some sourness. Not sure how I live without it, but I don't have to manage my starter as much as I used to. Look how it's encapsulated in the temp. In the Thermapen, it's perfect. 75 to 80 degrees, 85 degrees. Now when I start my overnight, so 5 hours later, that was it. 5 hours from something that was pretty weird into these overnight. 1/4 a cup. Cup of flour, cup of water, stir it, keep it warm. I use the mini oven. It's cold on my counters. It's kind of the winter time, but that's what happens. Summertime, I leave it on the counters. Then the day of, I'm taking that overnight, which is about 1.25 cups, in the overnight BIGA, the fresh yeast, Red Star, good stuff, dissolving it in water. Dissolve that first. Then you're gonna mix everything together, but hold back the salt. Once you mix everything together and kind of fold it and get it into some kind of mass, you're gonna put it into the oven for 15 minutes. And that's when I say, just do that before you put the salt and more flour. So now you see 2 tablespoons sprinkled over the top with some flour. I'm gonna start folding. It's gonna start folding and creating those air bubbles. It's gonna start capturing all that goodness. And you see, still right around 78 degrees, which is great. I put it at 9 degrees, get a little bit kind of kicked up, and you see those bubbles. Oh my gosh, it's working. It's what it's supposed to look like. I'm doing a pinch and fold one time, trapping those air bubbles back in just for 3 hours. I was kind of in a rush on this sourdough. Like I said, day and a half sourdough, unbelievable. Take that flour out. It's super wet. Flour it up, bottom board. Do 2 envelope tucks gently. Cover it with some flour and a towel. It's not the best tucking job. It doesn't really matter for this, and I'll show you why at the end. But you see, it held its shape. It's a little flat, not a big deal. So I put it together, tucked it real quick, then I dropped it in and kind of cut some rivets in it to that second rise. You see these temps on the surface temp in the oven? Look at that. After 20 minutes, 157, 20 more minutes with the top off, bam, 206, the bread was done. Now the funny part is, I kind of did this for something else, so in a day and a half I was able to get this beautiful sourdough. I made this board, and the most popular thing on this board was, you got it, the sourdough touch, and maybe the grilled sausages with maple. Either way, I'm Chef D.Mart in the ATL. Thanks for watching.